Tempers Gainer again. I finally got my Thinlits for my Night in Bethlehem, and I keep the dies which are over there. Oh, I'm hopeless. And this set is so complicated to get in and out that you have to keep the blocks where they are, otherwise you never find, you're never going to get them back in. So, but it's a gorgeous set. The last one they sent me, the blocks were way too big and they wouldn't fit in the box, so I returned it and got another one. They are fantastic like that, so don't ever get discouraged if you have problems with your stamp sets, because they are marvellous. I always attach my dies to a magnetic sheet inside the box so I know where they are. And we are going to get some stamping done. Let me first show you the card. I have made double Z fold card before, but I thought this cased this card and this sentiment absolutely beautifully. So you can see the town when the card is closed. And I even added our, what's it called, dazzling silver glitter to the actual star, but it got a bit messy. Whether I do that again, yes, go on, I'll show you my messy fingers. But I stamped all this while it was attached. Wrong move. So I'm going to do it all again in front of you. I have cut a couple of the towns out, but I am going to be needing to cut a couple more. So I will do that in front of you as well. Your card you're going to need is just an A4 and cut right down the centre at 4 1/8. And I'll show you how we're going to score those in a moment. You're going to need another piece, which is 1 1/2, exactly the same length. So that is, it works out 11 3/4 by 1 1/2, 11 3/4 by 4 1/8. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White, which is 5 1/2 by 3 7/8. You're going to need 2 pieces at 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. And then there's this piece, but we're going to cut this down as well in front of you right now. I cut this a 1/4 inch smaller, so this is like 1 1/4 by 11 3/4. And what you need is 1 at 5 1/2, exactly the same measurements, and 2 at 2 5/8. 1, 2, and there's your 3 little pieces for the bottom of your small Z fold. Right, I'm going to take these away just for a second while I show you how I fold, because I'm crap. I can't get the measurements because it's 11 3/4 and it scores at 5 7/8. To try and get the other scores, then they literally like 1/16 out. So you just fold your card in half. I'm going to do exactly the same with the big card. I'm going to score. Let me take this away. And we're going to score, and then we're going to fetch one of these arms back. Flaps, arms, whatever. Arms. Doesn't matter which one. And we're going to fold this up to that score line. And now I'm going to burn it and crisp. Look, my tool is covered in glitter. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's going to get covered. And this is how this goes on the front of our card. And we're going to attach later little pieces. Aren't they cute? You could always add some silver to the back, but I think there's enough silver on this card with all the cutouts. So I love the Night and Navy and Christmas cards. It's just so absolutely gorgeous. And same again, we're going to fold in half, making sure the lines are together. I find this way easier for me. Sarah's having difficulty. Just pinch your card. Check it. Yep. Now score. Don't worry about that. You won't see that. Your bone folder pushes it flat. So this is the front now, and we're going to do exactly the same. I'll fold this over, making sure it's edge to edge. And you can use traditional Christmas colours or non-traditional colours. It's entirely up to you. So this is how our card is going to open. Got all the glitter. And let me take these bits off. And this is how it's going to sit on our card as well. So because they're both exactly the same pieces. So when your card opens, it's going to have the Z bold there. Yay! So that bit's done. I'm just going to pop that to one side for a moment. I didn't do any stamping along this bottom because of this, but I think it looks a little bit bland. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get quickly my, where I can find it. Oh my gosh, it's all the way over there. Oh, I can't reach that one. What am I going to use instead? Pull out my gorgeous grunge. I know it's retired, but I want like a gravel effect. I was going to do my One Wild Ride, but I can't reach it. Hello. So I need a piece of scrap for this because I don't want it too dark. Just want to add a little something, if you know what I mean. So let's get another piece of scrap as well. I'm just gonna, my stuff is in retirement, but I still use it, don't worry. Just to make it look a little bit like gravel. You know, like the path. And do you know what I've done? I've done it in the wrong colour. I'm going to do this in a smoky slate. Oh, what am I like? Don't worry about that. There's my phone going off. I am going to just turn these over quickly. Check my stamp is cleanish. I've just posted this card on Facebook and everyone's going nuts, so that's why my phone's going mental. So I just want it to look like gravel on the road, really, nothing major. Just to break it up. So that's my smoky slate. And that's why we don't add paper first to our cardstock, because a case of boo-boobs like what I've just done. So now I've done that, I can attach them to my piece. That looks a lot better. It looks nice in blue, but I just want to break up the card a little bit. With my ATG. I'm just going to, oops, if you get any bits stick out, just tuck it in and it'll come good. There you go. I'm just going to pop these in. And then that's the bottom, take care of just for a while anyway. Any bits, like I say, tuck them in. Try and keep the pattern, the paper level all the way across as well. And there we can pop that to one side now for a moment. I am going to fetch my Night of Navy in now. And I've got these lovely little stars. little tiny snowflakes even. This is from the Night of Bethlehem. And I'm just going to randomly add some to my card. I like that. And I want paler ones on this inner one because this is where my sentiment is going. In fact, I'm going to do my sentiment first. Try and get this as straight as possible. Perfect. Isn't that lovely? Now we can add... Oh, look, see? Urgh. Turn it over. Two sides, two sides. Thank God for that. Lovely. Right, now, again, don't press too hard. Look, see what I mean? It's because I'm heavy-handed. It's not because the ink and the stamp set's rubbish. It's because I am really heavy-handed with my stamps. You need to pat. And I think this little stamp is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely cute as hell. That's perfect. Isn't that lovely? And we're just going to repeat the process on this card as well. And I can see I've blobbed it again. I'm so heavy-handed. It's unreal. I'm rushing. See, I'm just lightly tapping and it's going great. Now I'm going to turn it around. Isn't this just the sweetest little thing? So quick. Beautifully. All done beautifully. That's my fault for rushing. I do apologise. Right, I'll get rid of the scrap now. And fetch my card in. And I can attach these pieces now. What's your favourite colour combination for a Christmas card? You tell me. Perhaps we can do some unusual colours but still make it look really Christmassy. I'm going to turn that around actually. And I like cherry cobbler. Beautiful. I tell you what, no, I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I, because you can't see my rejoicing when the card's closed. Should I put that on the front and then the star on the inside? And then the star there. No, I'm going to keep it as it was because I just love it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Perfect. My stomach's rumbling like crazy. So, let's pop it down and get rid of this glitter. Oh, isn't that pretty? We're going to have the band here. So, the top bit of the card is absolutely stunning. I have gone ahead and cut out my Mary and Joseph, my star and my little gentleman. And 2 lots of houses. The building, should say. They're not even houses. So I'm going to add my Mary and Joseph as if they are turning up to meet this lovely little fella here. And I'm just adding dimensionals. To my card. Oh, there's my copy. Lovely. I'm popping in there. He's waiting to lead Mary and Joseph to the barn so she can give birth to the baby Jesus. And they're walking along their gravel path now. Pop that in the centre. Isn't that gorgeous? This is going on here. This is going on here. So basically you could literally glue that there and there. But you've got to leave. You can only glue to there and you can only glue that bit. Otherwise your card won't close and open. Isn't that lovely? Starting to look lovely. Right, I'm going to pop my star to one side. I'm going to bring in the big shot now. I'm feeling brave today. It's my legs that are hurting today. Oh, it's still weighty. Right, I've just got a piece of silver foil sheet. It looks like it's got a mark on it. But this piece basically is 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and I've just sliced it in half. And I managed to get at the one side. I managed to get at 2 lots of buildings. So I've placed them on the cutting plate. If you're wondering why there's a piece of paper under there, it just helps. I think my big shot needs to be calibrated a little bit because it's too thin, really thin. So that piece of paper, believe it or not, helps me to give me that little extra bit of pressure as I take it to the big shot. And then I fetch it all the way back. Perfect. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to pop this out the way just for a second. And I'm going to fetch my dye brush in now. It's not really necessary because this pops straight out. I just want to get them out. Look, see, and you've got little bits left to cut stars out there. There it goes. Perfect, isn't that cute? And then you can just go back over to clear your big shot out, your big dies out. Same on this one. And you just gotta be careful with these little palm trees. Isn't that perfect? And there we go, that's clean as well. I'll pop these out the way. And I can clear that off later. So now what I did, I added tear and tape to the back at the bottom for security more than anything. Just on this big one. Because this one's going on the inside of the card. And just on the very bottom of this one. This one's going along your flap on the front. And I think it just really is good strong adhesive. So that's another reason I used it. And I always squash it down to make sure the glue behind is well and truly adhered to my cardstock. First of all, we're going to add the one on the front. And this is going about there because I want it up off the card. And there's no, you've only got tear and tape there. So it's hovering really. And then this little beauty, I'm just going to add just to the bottom half of this one as well. And then we're going to hover this over the top. And there is a little, this tall building tends to fit in there just right. I'm going to come down a little bit. So I'm not actually covering. Look at that now. Oh, I've got a bit, must have had a little tiny bit of glue on my fingers. That's okay. That's okay. Isn't that pretty? And then we can just have a nose now and see what this bit looks like. You could stop there and just add your star if you wanted to, but no, I want them buildings there as well because it looks so pretty. In fact, I come down a little bit further on this one. But it doesn't matter. It's entirely your card and you can do with it whatever you please. Right, this now I just need to measure. Because I want this to maybe come down a fraction of an inch. I know I want that about there then. That's just a guide. So, it looks pretty straight to me. So, I'm going to remove my tear and tape. I can get it up. There it is. Again, just to measure. I've pulled it down the 1/4 of an inch I want. So then I can centralise this. Isn't that perfect? Lovely. Right, now I'm going to add my Tombow and I need to concentrate just on little bits up the tops. And then I can add it in the centre. Because this is going to get tucked behind that little flap as well. So carefully, going to add come over just a smidge. Right, what I did on these, I just pulled them back a little bit. Tiniest little blob. Pop them into place. Oh, I went to take the lid off and it's already off. tiniest little blob you need, just enough to stick it down. Isn't that wonderful? Wonderful. Right, let's get this attached now. So I'm going to add a little bit more of my tear and tape, because I know it's very strong. If I had fast fuse, I'd use that, but it's not coming until tomorrow. Doreen, my darling, if you're watching, your free stamp set's coming tomorrow, and I will pop that into the post for you tomorrow afternoon once it arrives to me, my angel. I've got a little scheme going in with my customers that every £25 they spend, they get a little flower punch. And I keep a record of the flowers. They can if they want. I just tell them that they've earned 1 or 2 or 3. And I tell them how many more they need before they've got 10. And then when they got 10, they can pick a stamp set off me for £25, up to the value of £20. I then order that stamp set, and I get that into the post as soon as it arrives to me, for saying thank you for spending their lovely hard-earned money in my shop. And not only that, I like to give a minimum of 10% back, maybe even 20, because I'm not in it for the money, I'm in it for the love of it. And these wonderful ladies choose me. And then now you can just make sure that's definitely not going to get covered. You can lay that flat, line up that bottom. Perfect. Isn't that lovely? We've got no glue showing there. And there's our, I'll clean that off, I will. It's a little bit tacky looking, but isn't that beautiful? We've got the double seam. Right, let me just check something. Right, I'm going to try now and add that little bit of sparkle to my star before we go. I've only got 5 minutes left. What I did, just add a little tiny bit of glue and just mush it around as best you can with the nozzle bit. And then I took my tweezers and I just dipped it in my Isn't that pretty? I'm going to peel the back up now. Set in my card. And I'm going to sit that right there. And then what I did then, because it smudges it a little tiny bit, that's why I add glitter on here. So I just scooped it back on. And there we have it. That is my Night of Bethlehem double Z fold card in Night of Navy, Whisper White and Silver. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I wish I'd have pulled those buildings down a little bit further now, but there it is. There's my wonderful card. And that's the first one. Yeah, see? I should have pulled it down a little bit, but don't worry, they're just both as beautiful as each other. I hope you like them. They're wonderful. Just love that. Love it. There we are. I hope you liked it anyway. A thumbs up and a share would be amazing. And don't forget to press the subscribe button in the bottom and then the little bell at the side of it. That way it'll tell you every single day that I've posted a video, because I tend to do one every single day. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.